Cryptos are still crashing. They are not done. The reason for this is because Grayscale, they are dumping billions of dollars of Bitcoin. The reason for this is because of the recent Bitcoin ETF approvals have now allowed people that were previously in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which was a trust before the ETFs ever came out. It was basically like the first Bitcoin ETF. And all these people that were in GBTC are selling because the fees and the discounts on these Bitcoin ETFs are much greater. So there's a bit of people selling their GBTC shares to buy these Bitcoin ETFs. And what's happening is that Grayscale, whenever people have to sell their shares, they actually have to sell physical Bitcoin. So what's going to happen is that there's now this lag, and it takes a couple of days for this to catch up when you're buying and then selling the ETF and converting it from GBTC, selling to cash to buy these ETFs. There's going to be a couple of days of lag, and that's causing the price to basically nuke and to go down. But here's the thing. There's going to be a bullish lag in the sense that all the people that bought these ETFs, the money is going to flow into these ETFs, and they're going to have to buy more Bitcoin, which is going to push the price up. So right now we're seeing a temporary discount. We're seeing a temporary dip on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has now come down to our level. Bitcoin has finally come down to this major key support, which is around $40,000 exactly. If Bitcoin can continue to hold on this support, we are going to see altcoins pump. We're going to see Bitcoin pump, and we're potentially going to see $50,000 for Bitcoin. Now, if we are bearish and we are going to continue correcting, I think we're going to eventually get a pop up to around this level here, which is around $45,000, get a rejection, and then make some new lows and come all the way down to fill that CME gap around $38,000. And we could potentially come into this level. I'm thinking that Bitcoin might bottom out and find support within this little box here, which is ranging between $33,000 to $38,000. So this is going to be the next major level for Bitcoin if we do end up breaking down from here. But I'm thinking that it's a great possibility that we have found support, being that Bitcoin has already corrected 20% in just the last week, which is usually the type of number Bitcoin is going to start bottoming and finding support. And this is looking really similar to when Bitcoin had crashed all the way from 32,000 to 24,000. Bitcoin crashed, found support, and moved all the way up. So there is some bullish scenarios here. We are still bullish. We are in a bull market, but the market still might come down another 10, 15%, which is completely normal, completely healthy. And I'm talking about the lowest end. So if we go down, it's going to be a quick crash to 15%. Then it's going to start bouncing up. Altcoins are going to start bouncing up. But altcoins are right now dependent upon Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues to move lower, altcoins are going to lag and follow Bitcoin down. But once Bitcoin finds support and the selling is done, the market is going to bounce up quick. The market is still very bullish. We're about to enter into the halving, which is going to cause a massive supply shortage for Bitcoin, especially with now these institutions getting involved in Bitcoin. Grayscale is one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin in the world right now. So things are looking bullish, honestly. I am more bullish than anything, especially at these levels. Now, if we were still pumping up, I would be more cautious and more bearish. But now we are at support. So at support, we want to be bullish unless it is broken. And guess what? The next thing, we still want to be bullish because after a crash, after a correction, after the red, we're going to see green. And that's happened for Bitcoin very, very consistently. We've seen for cryptos, every single crash immediately bounces right back up and make new highs. Look at this, crash and then immediately back up, crash immediately back up, crash immediately back up to new highs. So it's not a time to be fearful. It's not a time to sell your coins. You don't sell when it's green, when it's red, when the market's been correcting, when it's been crashing. You want to sell and take profits when the market's pumping, when it's up 50%, 100%, 200%, 1,000%. That's when you take profits. You don't take profits after the market is now already corrected 20, 30, 50%. And this morning I made $5,000. I ended up longing Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I gave these signals to people that were in my VIP Patreon, which I made 1,200 there. I made 1,200 there, 800 there, 800 there. Then we made 700 there and 500 there and 500 there. Just about $5,000 today. I made literally in the first hour and just 2 hours this morning. You guys can have access to follow those alerts by joining my Patreon. Now look at this. I'm ranked 64 on this leaderboard here. This is one of the platforms that I use to trade on. Woo. I'm ranked 64 in the world. So I'm a profitable trader. You guys can have access to my profitable trades by joining that Patreon as well. What's really going to help you to make profits in this market is using Algosniper trading indicator. This thing calls the tops and bottoms of any single cryptocurrency. You can use it in a 3-minute time frame, 1-minute time frame, daily time frame. It's going to really help you to make money daily or in the long term. You guys can try today for just $1 at algosniper.com with your money back guaranteed, of course. Now, if you guys are looking for a platform to trade on, I highly recommend that you guys trade over on Bluefin. You guys can long and short cryptos up to 150x leverage. And they're giving away $2,000 in deposit bonuses if you guys open up an account today by using my link. That's going to be it for this video. So if you guys got something out of the video, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing with notifications on. And have a great weekend.